All right, well, on to this. Kamala Harris set to give her first interview since being handed the Democratic presidential nomination, but not without her running mate, Tim Walz. We are told this is, quote, the most expansive explanation to date on why she has changed some of her positions. But thus far, Kamala has given no explanation for her epiphanies, relying instead on anonymous aides to water down her radical views with reporters, all done behind the scenes. Now, there are big, pressing, even confounding questions tonight for Harris. But will the liberal media ask them? We have some questions. We put them down. We want to pose them to you. First, on the border. The Harris campaign confirmed to Fox News, listen to this, that she has reversed several of her prior positions on immigration, including decriminalizing illegal crossings, closing ICE detention centers, and starting from scratch with ICE. But here is how she explained her flip-flops in a clip released from her joint interview.
I think the most important and most significant aspect of my policy perspective and decisions is my values have not changed. My value around what we need to do to secure our border, that value has not changed. I spent 2 terms as the Attorney General of California prosecuting transnational criminal organizations, violations of American laws regarding the illegal passage of guns, drugs, and human beings across our border. My values have not changed.
Her values have not changed. She is insistent on that point. So does she still believe this?
This issue is about a vanity project for this president.
Right. The president's medieval vanity project is not going to stop them.
Let me be very clear. I'm not going to vote for a wall under any circumstances.
So despite saying her values have not changed, Axios is reporting that Harris pledges to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on the wall along the southern border. So did Dana Bash follow up with Kamala, asking her to just explain her radical transformation? Did Dana Bash challenge her with her past statements like we just showed you? And did she ask her if it had anything to do with the polling that you're looking at? A majority of Americans now support a border wall. And on that same subject, why did Kamala say this?
We've got to critically re-examine ICE and its role and the way that it is being administered and the work it is doing, and we need to probably think about starting from scratch.
Does she stand by these comments? And when Kamala is done struggling to answer those questions, she needs to be asked about the economy. It's the top issue to voters. Here she is. Look at this image. She's casting the tie-breaking vote for the so-called Inflation Reduction Act, which added nearly $740 billion to the national debt. And then here she is in this video casting the tie-breaking vote that advanced the American Rescue Plan, which added nearly $2 trillion to the national debt. And here were the results. The 1.4% inflation rate that Trump left office with spiked to a 40-year high of 9.1% under Biden-Harris. This is Bidenomics. And now Harris supports widely panned socialist price control policies to fix the mess.
A loaf of bread costs 50% more today than it did before the pandemic. Ground beef is up almost 50%. I will work to pass the first ever federal ban on price gauging on food.
But even the liberal Washington Post editorial board derided the idea. Quote, "The Times demands serious economic ideas," they wrote. "Harris supplies gimmicks. Price gouging is not causing inflation." So what say you, Vice President Harris? And would you take back those tie-breaking votes that caused inflation? And then there's the most important question of them all. On August 15th, 2021, Afghanistan fell to the Taliban on the Biden-Harris watch. Just 11 days later, 13 heroic U.S. service members lost their lives. But when the administration made the reckless decision to just pull the troops out, Kamala said this.
President Biden always said that he wants you to be the last person in the room, particularly for big decisions. You just made a really big decision, Afghanistan.
Yes.
Were you the last person in the room?
Yes.
And you feel comfortable?
I do.
Now, that's what Kamala said publicly. But behind closed doors, we know that generals expressed their reservations with the Biden-Harris exit plan. Here's the Associated Press. Top former U.S. generals say that the failures of the Biden administration drove the chaotic fall of Kabul. Kamala, why didn't you listen to the generals? And if you won't listen to them, who will you listen to? In tonight's interview, Kamala commits to appointing a Republican to her cabinet. But what is even more interesting is this Politico reporting. Politico reports progressive activists are drafting a list to fill the National Security Council and the Department of Defense. I mean, who's on that list? Are we going to see Secretary of State Ilhan Omar? Secretary of Defense Jamal Bowman? Who's on the list? Is China going to invade Taiwan? Will Iran get nuclear weapons on Harris's watch? And this is before we get to all the questions for the interview partner, Tim Walz. There are a lot. We need to know more about his misleading comments about his DUI and his military service, why he thinks tampons belong in the boys' bathroom, and why he let Minneapolis burn during the 2020 George Floyd riots. All of those questions is a tall order for the liberal media. But will they ask any of them?
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.